Saturday evening, walking down the street, Lord, without a feeling. I've been passing up the bars, I've been howling at the stars. Love, you got me reeling. Now I'm walking, I'm talking, working every day in a daze. Crying, but I'm trying just to get myself to Saturday. I've been passing up the bar, I've been howling at the stars. Now I'm in love, it's got me reeling. Love, got me reeling. Right from the start, you stole my heart. Well, it was meant to be. But a woman like you, a man like me, crazy, crazy in love will be. I went crazy for your love. Ooh, that Saturday evening, walking down the street, Lord, what I've been feeling. Passing up the bar, howling at the stars. I'm in love, you got me reeling. Love, got me reeling. Love, got me reeling.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
The night is young and hearts still, and pray for love when the victim's content, the damage is done. So we lost our minds on simple as Simon says. Lost, not found. Take 2 steps back and try again. Take 2 steps back and try again. Oh, but if time is what you need, tomorrow is never promised for anyone you ever see. And love will conquer all, a matter of degree. was young, old hearts still. Over years can go by like a child in disguise, and forever, forever young, reflected on the sea, you see a setting sun. Oh, but if time is what you need, tomorrow's never promised with anyone you ever see, and love will conquer all, a matter of degree. It's a tangled situation, this rhythm will rhyme. You got to learn to read between the lines. Take a chance, hold on tight. Was young for the night, was young for the night, was young. Now I say simple Simon Says, simple Simon Says, simple Simon Says.
His name is Raspin Stewart. The night is young and reeling, kicking off the show. Welcome to a 2 for Tuesday edition of Today's Country. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. We are Indie Country Radio, playing the best in new country. And today, we're going to mix it up today. We're going to have some of the classics added to the show, and we're going to have a good time. The best in new country and the good stuff that you liked from way back when, possibly, maybe a few years ago. But we're going to have a great 2 for Tuesday, back-to-back plays of all the artists today on the show. And at about 11:30 a.m. Central Time, we're going to be interviewing Mr. Jason Breedlove from the state of Texas as well. And he's got a great story to tell. I've looked at his bio. We're going to have a good time today. So be sure to tune in for that as well. Get on your social media pages. Tell everybody Indie Country Radio is on the air right now. Spreaker.com, search Indie Country Radio. You can listen right off the homepage of our website, IndieCountryRadio.net. This artist has had a 33-year career in the world of country music, with more number one hits than any other artist or band in any genre. 60 number one hits from the king of country music himself, Mr. George Strait. This is called I Got a Car. On Today's Country from Indie Country Radio, new country's best on a 2 for Tuesday.
She was leaning on a rail in a cotton dress, summer tan, pretty little perfect mess, with a story that could only be anybody's guess. And I was thinking that I probably didn't stand a chance, but I rolled up my sleeves, walked up and I said, hey, no, I don't know you, but it kinda like a shot. Said I saw you coming over, I already thought it over and okay. So now what? And I said, well, I got a car. She said, there's something, at least it's a start. I said, it's better than nothing. I ain't in no hurry, but I'm ready when you are. She said, where do you think all this is going? I said, there ain't no way of knowing. I guess I hadn't thought it through that far. But I got a car. So we let the wheels turn and the windows down. We let ourselves go all the way through town. She never said stop, and I never asked her why. We drove into the night when out of nowhere. She said I'd give anything to never go back there, and I kinda wish this day would never end. She said I could use a change, but I don't even know where to begin. And I said, well, I got a car. She said, there's something, at least it's a start. I said, it's better than nothing. I it's going. I said there ain't no way of knowing. I really hadn't thought it through that far. And I can't promise you the moon and stars, but I got a car. We got lost in the miles, lost track of the days, till we finally found a stopping place when the doctor said, you know what's on the way. And we found ourselves in a little white house one Sunday morning, rain pouring down. She said, I think it's time, but all the lines are out. And her eyes teared up as she said, what are we gonna do now? And I said, well, I got a car. She said, there's something you think it'll start. I said, it's already running, got your things in the back, and I'm ready when you are. She said, are you sure it'll get us where we're going? I said, if there's one thing I know, girl, it's gotten us this far. And I don't mean to hurry, but I'm ready when you are.
Today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
I still feel 25 most of the time. I still raise a little Cain with the boys. Honky tonks and pretty women, Lord, I'm still right there with them, singing about the crowd and the noise. Sometimes I feel like Jesse James, still trying to make a name, knowing nothing's gonna change what I am. I was a young troubadour when I wrote in on a song, and I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. Well, the truth about a mirror is that a damned old mirror don't really tell the whole truth. It don't show what's deep inside or read between the lines, and it's really no reflection of my youth. Sometimes I feel like Jesse James, still trying to make a name, knowing nothing's gonna change what I am. I was a young troubadour when I wrote in on a song. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. I was a young troubadour when I wrote in on a song, and I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone.
We could do a whole show of Mr. George Strait with 60 number one hits. Yeah, just playing his number ones, that would take up a whole show. That one called Troubadour, completing yet a great double play on this 2 for Tuesday. The king of country music himself, Mr. George Strait. My name is Tim Kelly. I'm broadcasting live from the live show capital of the world, Branson, Missouri, where they have some great tribute shows. One of them is to Mr. George Strait. Go see my friends Gordy and Debbie at Jackie B. Good's Uptown Cafe, right across from the Titanic on the Branson 76 Strip. It is dinner and a show and a great tribute to Mr. George Strait. You will love the music that they play in the show, and it is fantastic, and the food is great as well. Mr. Jason Blaine is up next from Canada with a great tune called Countryside, and we love it on the New Countryside. On today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on the 2 for Tuesday.
You'll know her when you see her. She'll be the one in the scuffed up boots, old ball cap, ponytail through the back, grooving to a Garth Brooks tune. Her first car was a truck. She ain't afraid to sling it in the mud. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Ooh, 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 you can blame it on her raising. She get a little unwound on a Friday night with the coke and the crown, the moon and the shine. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. She'll meet her friends out and get a little out, round about Friday night. Might shotgun a couple cold ones out where the stars shine bright. Favorite blue jeans frayed and torn, out there with the crickets and the cattle and the corn. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Ooh, 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 you can blame it on her raising. She get a little unwound on a Friday night with the coke and the crown, the moon and the shine. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. It's late, that look in her eyes says you wanna get lost, take a little ride. Ain't no telling what we might find. She scoots over and the dashboard lights shows a little more of that countryside. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. Yeah, showing off her countryside. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Today's Country. Let me show you what he's giving you ain't real. I want you to know so bad how good love feels. We got the hits. All the hits. All the hits. Today's Country.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
He still combs his hair like Elvis pays cash for everything, and he'll only drive a Chevy, and he thinks Alan Jackson's king. He knows everyone by name at the local hardware store. They don't make them like that anymore. Up with the sun each morning, hardly missed a day of work. Summer 1957, he helped build that Lutheran church. Believes a man should work all week and save Sunday for the Lord. They don't make them like that anymore. Standing shoulder to shoulder with him now, I still feel small, and I'm still looking up to him like he's 10 feet tall. There's something about that generation. These days I think we need them more than we ever did before. But they don't make them like that anymore. He married his sweet Marilyn, June 1955. He goes on and on about her casseroles, her clear blue eyes. He still helps her with her coat, still opens her car door. They don't make them like that anymore. Standing shoulder to shoulder with him now, I still feel small, I'm still looking up to him like he's 10 feet tall. There's something about that generation. These days I think we need them more than we ever did before. But they don't make them like that anymore. Generation. These days I think we need them more than we ever did before. Yeah, that's for sure. But they don't make them like that anymore. He still combs his hair like Elvis, pays cash for everything.
His name is Jason Blaine from Canada. That is a former Song of the Week, and you can also check out the video to it on our television channel. IndieCountryRadio.net is where you go, and you'll see Indie Country Television. Some of the best artist videos out there, new country music. I call it CMT for the Indies, and that's what we do to get these folks discovered. You can see what they sound like, and you can see them in action in some of the great videos they make as well. Well, we've got a great country music artist right now from the state of Texas joining us today, Mr. Jason Breedlove. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, Tim?
I'm great. Now, I get to have fun for 2-3 hours a day doing this radio gig, and I absolutely love doing it and love talking to the artists. That's the best thing about it.
I hear you. I get to have fun every day down here in South Texas.
There you go. Absolutely. Now, what town in Texas are you in?
I actually reside in Port O'Connor, Texas, just north of Corpus Christi.
Okay, all right. You're almost down there on the coast then.
Oh, right by the coast.
There you go. I love it. I lived in San Diego. I was looking at your bio. We were talking a little bit off the air. You were there in 2012, I believe?
Yes, from 2012 to 3 years, I lived in San Diego, mainly downtown San Diego is where I resided and lived for 3 years. Like I said, I'm still currently active duty in the Coast Guard stationed here in Texas now, and I had 3 great years there in San Diego. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good country music out that way.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate your service, too, and we want to thank you for that while we're talking on the air about that. And I told you off the air, I'm from Branson, Missouri. That's where I'm doing the show from. And what I love about Branson is they pay tribute to the veterans, whether it be Coast Guard, Navy, Army, Marines, security guards, police officers. They have them all stand up during their live shows and give them a big hand and round of applause, and our active duty too. You guys are awesome out, just absolutely.
Yeah, I try to make sure every show that I do that my active duty and veterans they get taken care of when they come see me play live.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Now, it was about a year ago, and I'm seeing a lot of it on the news, that they had that big flood in Houston from that hurricane. Did you go there and help search and rescue with the Coast Guard?
I wasn't really involved with the search and rescue part of it, but my particular job needed me back here in Port O'Connor, being that that's where Harvey pretty much made landfall. Mm-hmm. So Rockport and Port O'Connor, I did a lot of aid and help pass out water and all that to needing families. Also help raise a few fundraisers for Rockport music-wise, and actually donated to George Strait's Foundation quite a bit of money to help out with the victims, and also the victims in the Virgin Islands with Kenny Chesney's fundraiser as well. I donated some money towards that too. So
that is awesome. I looked yesterday. I think it was on the news. Lester Holt from NBC broadcasting from there, still showing that people are still, even now. Well, and of course they'll be doing it for years, rebuilding homes and. Service again. Now, let's talk a little bit about your country.
Texas. So, but that's where I cut my teeth, is in the little beer joints and ice houses there at Channelview in Crosby, Texas. And every now and then you'll catch me stepping in one of those old beer joints and doing an hour set for free. But just going in there and play for tips. Just get back to the roots of everything.
Yep. Well, I was telling you off the air, I've met some artists that you've performed with. Mr. Jake Worthington's one of them. He was here a couple of months ago in Springfield, Missouri, just north of where I'm from, and still playing the little honky tonks too. And he was almost a semifinalist. I think he made it all the way to the semifinals on Team Blake of The Voice in season 6, and he's just an awesome guy, and even though they didn't get a record deal, and they got some good original music, just like you do. I was pleased when Scott Ivey, and a big shout out to him, sent me your music and sent you my way. So you guys, and one of the reasons I'm in country radio is because of, I lived in southeast Oklahoma for 20 years down in Ada, Oklahoma, where Blake Shelton is from. It was right next to Sherman, Texas. You probably know where that's at. And yeah. So country music huge down there, and that's what got me into country radio. My first FM radio job was in McAllister, Oklahoma, 100,000 watt station, and heard in 22 counties, and I've loved it, country music ever since.
Country music has been a part of my life. I don't know, so since I can remember,
Yeah.
And speaking of Jake Worthington, what a class act! When I met him 2 years ago. You know, I just was getting back onto the scene, just back in the Texas music scene, and like he came up and shook my hand and said, "Man, you're tearing up that Facebook right now, listening to your music." So that was pretty cool. That you know, here's a semi-finalist on The Voice, and just to shake my hand was really cool.
Yeah, he's
cool
awesome.
honor.
I love Jake. You know, first thing we talked about, I interviewed him a year ago like I'm doing with you now, and he had his dogs barking in the background in his living room or kitchen or whatever. He goes, "Man, that's real, brother. That's real." And I said, "You're absolutely..."
That's Jake. He's always real.
You're absolutely right. I love that about him. So he is the real deal. And, you know, and I love Jason Cassidy's music. Now, the other two, I'm looking at Jason Allen. I haven't heard him or Judy Booth that you've performed with as well. So, you know, if they got some music they want to get on the radio and they're good like you are, and you know, we'd be glad to play them. Send them my way.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you about your family. You have any brothers and sisters? And if so, and mom and dad, were they musically inclined when you were growing up, or is it just you?
Well, I'm my immediate family. I'm the only one that's musically inclined. My brothers both love to listen to music. I have 2 brothers and 3 sisters. I'm the youngest of 6. My dad is a big Charlie Pride fan, so I listened to a lot of old country growing up. So country music's always been around. And of course, my mama, being from Texas, you already know that George Strait's the king. He's like Jesus when it's in that house. So,
yeah.
So I got a lot of influence. But I actually learned how to play the guitar and writing songs from my uncle Walter, who passed away about 6-7 years ago with a massive heart attack. But he was the one that taught me how to play guitar and basically showed me how to work on the stage and the business side of it, plus the music side. And he was in a cover band back in the days of Gilly, during Urban Cowboy.
Right.
Gilly's, the bar. He was one of the house bands there, lead guitar player for the County Line and lead singer. He has a wonderful voice. So that's where I got my music from. And also my pawpaw, grandfather on my mom's side, he played guitar a lot, and a lot of George Jones and stuff like that. So country music's always been in my life. It's been a part of my life since the day I was born.
There you go. I love it. And I'm the same way with radio. It was in my blood. I knew it as a young man that this is what I wanted to do. You know, if it wasn't for a living, for fun, and this is the best 2-3 hours of my day is doing this radio show. I absolutely love to do it, and I love the music that you guys make. It literally is 3 chords and the truth, and tell some good stories. And you're getting to follow Mr. George Strait, by the way. I've already played him twice today. I played I Got a Car and Troubadour, and so we did that for him on a 2 for Tuesday, and what a career he's had. 33 years in the business and 60 #1 hits, more than any other band of any genre out there, George Strait.
Yeah, you know, the king, you know, that's what we like to call him. George I think is the blueprint of any young artist that wants to get into country music, and just the way he conducts his business, to, you know, the song selection, the longevity. And I think that's really the key. I'm 33 years old right now, and 16, and you know, I'm still kicking and writing songs and being involved with the music industry, what little part that I have. But George Strait I think is, you know, when you say his name, he's the man.
Yep, absolutely.
He's the man.
You know, and his manager is cool, too. I met Irv Woolsey, his manager, at a bar that he owns half of Losers up there on North Broadway, and now they have Winners right next to it. First time I went there was in 2008. Irv shows up in there, and, you know, and lots of other artists there. I met Josh Thompson. Aiden was Miranda's bass player with that big mohawk back then, and Big Vinny from the Trailer Choir back then. He signed to Toby Keith's label now. Just lots of people come in there, and lots of songwriters. They get paid a weekly draw, and they come in there, bring their guitars, and back then they were writing on pens and paper. Now they're probably using iPads or whatever, but they would bring that, sit at the bar, and just sit there and drink beer and write songs. And I just loved that. I thought, man, what a cool way to make a living.
Oh, yeah.
So, and talk about songwriting a little bit. Do you write your own material?
Yes, majority of the album I have out, Flipside, is a compiled songs that I've written over a span of time, probably five or 6 years in the making this album that I created. I do use other writers to either co-write or, of course, pitch songs. So I do what the pros do there, and but majority of this record is solely my art, and I'm so tickled pink. You know, it's doing good on Spotify and iTunes right now, and so glad that my fans and people getting to hear me for the first time are really taking on to the music and taking on to the message. For any artist, you know, that's a win. So.
Absolutely. I apologize for that beeping. I was getting another call from Texas, so maybe one of your fans calling in, wanting to talk to you. Yep. Well, you know, and I love the fact that you've been doing this for so long and working with some great people. And I got some Little Texas loaded up, too. And you've been working with a former band member for Little Texas by the name of Jeff Huskins, I see.
Oh, yes. He's actually the one that produced Flipside. Jeff was very, very, very good. I think he did a very, very good job and hit what I wanted to do with the album, and also me learning from him, being that's the first time I've ever stepped in a Nashville studio, and it had to be on Music Row, you know, bring me in the right way. And so talking with Jeff, and, you know, it's such a fun time cutting this album with him. He was a class act all the way to start to finish, and he's just a wonderful guy, knows his music. And, you know, and just hearing his stories about playing on the Grand Ole Opry with Ricky Skaggs at 16.
Oh, wow.
You know, to how all the different artists that he's ever worked for before joining Little Texas and making that big run, which he always says we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so.
Yeah, nothing better. And this is something that I ask the artist too. And of course, as you're realizing, I don't ask any prepared questions. I've done 200 plus of these interviews, so I just kind of, you know, wing it and visit with you like we've never talked before, because we haven't. But I ask the artist this question a lot of times. What's your dream gig? Is there somebody that you would like to open for or perform with live on stage, either living or who has passed? What would a couple of those artists be? You might throw out more than one name at us.
Oh, there's so many artists. I always had this big dream of being in Panama City, Florida, on the beach, because I actually seen him perform there. You know, if I can do a one night concert with Mr. Kenny Chesney and being on the beach, because that's where I love to be, just like him, and also being in the Coast Guard, I'm always by the beach. But to do a show with Kenny Chesney would be probably one of the highlights of my career.
That would be cool. I'll tell you one thing that I do know about him is he comes to the middle of the country every summer in Arrowhead Stadium in July, usually is when he has a big concert. And, you know, we can tweet to Mr. Kenny Chesney and see if we can get him on board to maybe have you open for him, because he has a lot of independent artists that come and open for him that are just getting started maybe, and, you know, just getting some FM radio airplay, and we hope that's where you go. That's why we're doing this at Indie Country Radio, is trying to get somebody from FM radio to listen to you guys and get you the airplay that you deserve. Your songs need to be heard. And, I'm a big Kansas City Chiefs fan. They're having a good year this year. And Mr. Kenny Chesney comes to Kansas City once a year, usually in July, and performs at Arrowhead. That venue seats about 74,000 if you're ready to get that big.
Oh, I'm always ready. I'm always up for the challenge, you know. That'd be amazing. I actually hear that the noise in that stadium is nuts. And, you know, like I said, that's one of my dream gigs.
Yeah.
Or, you know, just even doing something with more of my local guys down here, like Kevin Fowler and Wade Bowen, Stone LaRue.
Yeah.
Just doing gigs with them and traveling with those guys and getting to know them and learning from them would be great as well. But I've always been a Chesney fan since he came out in the '90s, and I followed his career, and somehow my path kind of follows his path. I bring the Gulf Coast to the Texas music scene down here, so
yeah.
I kind of had that island country vibe myself, the Jimmy Buffett style to my music. And again, Chesney, awesome writer, awesome producer. He conducts his business very professionally, and he's always got a good creative mind when it comes to his shows, and everything is geared towards his fans. And that's what I try to do with my career, is to make sure that I'm gearing everything that I do to the songs, to the show, to the merchandise. Everything is geared towards my fans so they can have the greatest night of their life.
That is awesome. And the thing about Kenny, and something that we look for on this radio station, is putting out this new music. I want somebody that doesn't sound like anybody else. And you have that in Kenny Chesney. There is nobody else that I can think of that sounds like Kenny Chesney. He stands alone, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He does stand alone, and I think that's the niche. And like any of the bigger country music stars, they find their mold in the country music, and they just run with it. And I think that's a good thing for any young artist, to find themselves. Once you find your voice and find what you want to do, and just stick with it, and eventually somebody's going to pick it up, and you're going to move forward.
I truly believe that, even though you've been doing this for a while now, maybe 17 years, you're at that age that Nashville would still love what you got going on, and how they've gotten away from traditional country music a little bit, and I hear that a lot, but that's why I'm doing what we're doing too. We want to bring that back. I believe that kind of music, the kind of music that you make. And I've heard artists that you were talking about, Mr. Kevin Fowler. I saw him at a place called the Wormy Dog down in Bricktown at Oklahoma City when I lived there. So I've seen him perform live. I love his music too. You guys from Texas and they call it red dirt country, but I love the style of it. Wade Bowen, I've heard of him. A lot of good country music down there.
Oh yeah, it's we got our own thing kicking down here in the Lone Star State.
Yep.
It could be from alternative country blues to the honky tonk style music that I like to. I pretty much like to hang in with, and of course I bring my Gulf Coast twist to it too.
There you go. You probably know this next name too. I found a guy about 3 years ago by the name of John Wolfe from Texas down there. And if he don't make it in the world of country music, I don't know who can, because he is awesome.
Hey, yeah, he's another class act. I've been to a few of his shows. Met him in person, got some autographs from him, whatever. But he seems to be another one of those artists that he cares about his fans and shake anybody's hand. He's just a class act. And awesome writer and artist in his own right. So.
I would love to meet him one day, because that's why we do what we do as on-air personalities, is get to meet these folks a lot of times, that the music that we're playing. And I'm glad to be able to talk to you today. This is awesome. Back in 2010, I'm looking at your bio again. You had the most requested song for 4 months at a station called Radio Free Texas. Maybe that was a station. I'm not sure. But what was the song?
Oh, the song was actually on this album, Flip Side. It's called Florida Skies. It was one of the very first songs I ever written and attempted to record. And, I had a recording based out of there in Channelview, a guy that had a studio. We recorded it, and it's basically a chopped up version of what the new version is. But I released it to Radio Free Texas, which is, all the indie artists in Texas. That's at that point in time in that year, that was pretty much where us indie artists could send our music for the Texas fans to hear, and it was a very popular internet radio station, and people just ate it up. It was like wildfire. It was like throwing gasoline on the fire. It was amazing, and for 4 months, just about 4 months, it stayed at their most requested number one. Yep. And you see there, you got Randy Rogers and Fowler and Kyle Park and just all these other artists, and it's just really cool to see something like that, or someone said, "Hey man, you're still at number one." I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And I think 2010 really kick-started my career from getting out of the little beer joints and playing for the tips and all that to actually getting and making it an actual career in country music. I always said that was probably where it actually began for me.
Awesome.
It's been a wild ride ever since.
Well, there you go. And, you know, and I want to ask you this, too, before we play your song. Is there a show that you've already performed that really kind of stuck out in your mind? I know you've probably done a lot of performances, live performances, but and why would that be? Is there a particular show that you just absolutely said, yeah, I'll come back and do that gig again?
And actually, it was my old ex-drummer's spot in Brenham. He has a small bar in Brenham, Texas, called Smitty's. We showed up there, and it's kind of like an upstairs is where the stage is at, and then it has like a little dance floor and people to sit. And then downstairs, it was kind of funny because I like to move around stage. And of course, I'm always everything's wireless on me. So while the band was just playing a lead ride, I got up on the table and looked downstairs, and there was actually, you couldn't even walk downstairs and even get to the bar. So everybody was watching me on this big screen as I was performing, even though I only had like 5 or 6 people stage side. I was like, man, this bar is empty. So I just did it to look to see how many people were down there, and then like the whole place just erupted. And, you know, when they saw me right there. So I think that was a really pretty cool venue, and I'd love to go back there and play there again. The people, the staff there, everybody was really good and took care of us boys, and and it was just a fun show. If I could take anything from 2018, that show in Brenham was probably one of the best shows I had all year long. All of them have been great. That I performed, and even my acoustic shows and all that solo stuff. I've had a very, very fun 2018, but that would be the particular gig that I would love to return back to.
You know, I love it because when we get out and get to go see a live show, and that's the kind of job I have now, I can do that in the evenings. I've been for the last 4 or 5 years working security, and I've been working second shift. I couldn't go to the shows on Friday and Saturday nights because I always had to work the weekends, but now I can. And I love the good mix of country music and food. I'm sure you do too, and you got some good Texas barbecue down there. What's your favorite place that you performed that fed you pretty well?
Oh, fed me pretty well. Most of them have fed me pretty well. You know, sometimes I got to hit the gym and get some of that barbecue off of me. Man, that's a real hard one. I say the festivals, any festival that I've ever did or any kind of benefit that I've ever done, they feed you pretty well there.
Oh man, they bring those vendors in, and you can smell the food when you get out of your car. I know the feeling.
Yeah, that's usually the first thing. That's when I step out of the van truck or the van or whatever. That's the first thing I'm gunning for is something to eat.
Yeah, there you
know, everybody's looking for me. Where's Jason? Where's Jason? Well, go find the nearest food vendor. He's probably right there eating some barbecue or something. That's just my thing. I love to eat good food and play good country music. So.
Yep. You know, I'll tell you a little story, and I don't know if you're familiar with this story or not, but you know George Strait and who he is pretty well. Back in 1981, he was called off of his farm to perform down there at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo because a artist got sick, and it was really George Strait's big break. And a performer here in Branson does a George Strait tribute and tells this story in his show. But it was in 1981, Mr. Eddie Rabbit was scheduled to perform, and he couldn't make it. They called George Strait off of his farm to take Eddie Rabbit's place and perform at that show, and that's where he got his big break. I don't know if you knew that or not, but...
oh, yeah, being from Texas, Bubba, that story's been told so many times.
Yep.
Yeah, and actually a good friend of mine, Cody Johnson, he did that same thing just happened to him.
I was just going to say
about 2 years ago, he got called in after playing San Antonio Fair and Rodeo, and they called him up to play Houston, and boom, he skyrocketed to the moon, and he got a nice new deal with Warner there in Nashville, and doing really good for himself, and I'm very proud of him.
Absolutely. He was the first independent artist to sell out NRG Stadium. That had not been done before by an independent until Cody Johnson did it. And we had him as a former Song of the Week about 2 months ago. And like you said, we congratulate him on getting his record deal, and that's why we do what we do. We've helped a lot of mainstream artists, now we call them mainstream, get that radio airplay that they so much deserve. Because you know quite well, just like I do, the days of walking into a radio station and handing that program director a CD and saying, "Can I get on the radio?" is pretty much over, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you got talent buyers and radio promoters that do all that stuff for you these days, you know. And yeah, unless you've got somebody like Scott Ivey and Brandon Ivey, you know, who believe in what I'm trying to do and really believe in my music and believe in my product, you know, to go out there, boots on the ground, and you know, and testify. My music is just amazing.
Yep.
To have those guys in your corner, and if you don't have that, you know, I'd say that to any young artist that's listening right now, find you somebody.
Yep. And speaking of that, I talk to Scott all the time now on the phone. Man, he's an awesome dude. And did you find him, or did he find you?
Actually, it was my girlfriend Amy who found Scott.
Oh, there you go. I'd marry her. You better ask her to marry you then. I'm just kidding.
It was actually, she found Scott, and Scott was actually pitching some songs, and Amy let me listen to Ready, Fire, Aim, and I was like, "Oh, that's a great song. Let's set up a date to meet." And, you know, we met here in Port O'Connor one night, and things kind of just kicked off from there. And those guys are working every day for me, and helping me get some gigs lined up for next year, and you know, also writing amazing songs that need to be out on the radio, that need to be on someone's album. So,
yep. Scott told me he's a songwriter, and he has about 2,000 songs in his library, and about 1,900 of them are traditional country music. So he's trying to bring it back to radio, and I love that.
Oh, I love the traditional sound of country. Not knocking the new sound, because those guys sell tickets every day and they're making a good living doing it. Yeah. I just prefer the traditional route. I do press the envelope a little bit with some of my music. I got some music out there that I've written that might not be more of the traditional side. But if I'm going to lean somewhere else in a different genre, it's probably going to be rock and roll. Cause I mean, I'm a big classic rock fan, and I just never had the voice to be like Bon Jovi or Metallica or anything like that. So, but if I ever is going to change something up with my music, it'll probably go more to the rock and roll side before, you know, I go, you know, R&B or pop.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of artist, but then again, I'm trying to gear my music towards my fans and my loyal supporters, and this is what they want to hear. And, you know, trying to get a record label to realize that is pretty tough, but, you know, you just got to keep plugging away at it.
Absolutely. You know, I had an artist from Joplin, Missouri, about an hour and a half from where I'm at now in Branson. He's a African-American gentleman, and he could, you know, do some Darius Rucker justice. I'm telling you, he's that good. But they wanted him to be a country rap artist, his label that he was getting ready to sign with, and he didn't want to do it. He wanted to stay true to his writing his songs and his brand of traditional country music, so he turned that deal down, and he's still an independent artist. But you know, sometimes that's the way to go. The labels want to change everything about you, the way you dress, the way you sound, and if it's not for you, man, don't do it. It's your career.
Well, like I tell everybody, it comes down to it when it's in black and white, and it's something you can't agree on. You can always come to an agreement. Not knocking any of the major labels. You know, they've been around for years, and I think they know what they're trying to do or what they want to do. They got plans, and you know, artists have plans. If you can get it together and come to an agreement, I think you got a pretty sweet record deal coming towards you. But I talked with a few labels in Nashville and a few labels outside of Nashville, you know, and I just kind of stick to what I want to do, and that's not their plan, just move on down the road. You'll catch the next one that comes across. So, yeah.
Exactly. Well, Jason Aldean wrote a hit song about Nashville, and how it is a crazy town, and, playing in the honky-tonks and bars, he talks about all that, and then, one year you get your car repossessed, next year you make a couple $1,000,000. It can happen that fast, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So, absolutely. Well, I want to talk about this song right quick. I want to play Somewhere Between Music Row, and tell me about this song, and then we'll come back and talk about your social media and wrap it up here in a little bit.
Well, I wrote this song probably about 2 weeks after I did my first session with Jeff Huston there in Nashville. This basically was a song about, this song sums up my 17 years that I've been playing music. From starting to finish, this song is basically about, look at me. I finally did it. I finally cut a Nashville record. I'm in Nashville. This is where I'm going. So there's a lot of truth to this song, a lot of heart, a lot of soul that I put into it. And I typically write on topic. Like if there's a topic, I base a song around a topic, not necessarily write personal songs. But this song right here, just from the start to finish, was my baby. Jeff let me take control of the producing on this song, of what I wanted to do with the band. It was really cool to be behind the board with the sound engineer and put this song together. So that Somewhere Between Music Row, that's pretty much where I'm at, because I'm somewhere between Nashville and I'm in that somewhere between the honky tonk with my music. So somewhere between new Nashville and old Nashville, basically.
Yeah, I love that realm of editing too. I do a lot of I do all the production for the radio station, our commercials and liners and what the stuff that we play behind the scenes. I put all that together, and I love to sit in Adobe Audition sessions, and I could do it all day long, every day. I can't do it every day, but I love it. Yeah, so lot of fun being behind the scenes, isn't there? There's a lot of work that goes into cutting these records, huh?
Oh yeah. Yep. A lot of work, but it's a lot of fun work.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to give the listeners a fun listen right now. Somewhere Between Music Row with Jason Breedlove on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Houston, Texas in my rear mirror. Truck and guitar in a dream. Some say that I wouldn't get that far. Your Texas music ain't done shit, you see. But I'm 10 miles ago. Since I was 16, where my Uncle Walt taught me to pick and save. Well, I paid my dues in a smoky-ass bar on 2100 trying to be a star. I knew there was more to life for me. I'm 10 miles ago on Highway 48. I can almost see them Broadway lines. Grab my guitar, crank it to 11. Somewhere between Music Row and Honky Tonk Heaven. Somewhere between Music Row and honky-tonk heaven. Somewhere between Music Row and honky-tonk heaven. Honky-tonk
Somewhere Between Music Row, Jason Breedlove, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. And man, what a fun interview this has been. I appreciate the time today, and we wish you the best in the world of country music. And we were talking off the air, if you get to come up anywhere close to Branson or Springfield, Missouri, be sure to look me up and let me know when you're coming. I'll promote the heck out of it, and I'll come see you.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, definitely let you know.
Definitely.
And I got some fans up there in Missouri. I'm sure on Facebook, and I'm sure they're going to want to see me too. So
you absolutely do, and I'm one of the biggest ones now. And I appreciate Scott Ivy turning me on to you. And I want to get you some more fans though before we go off the air today. Tell us about your social media and where your fans can find you, and especially your Twitter account, because I tweet every song that we play live on the air to the artist and the title of the song, so they can go, okay, I haven't heard that one, and then you get some new fans.
Well, my Twitter handle is Jason Breedlove Music.
Okay.
But you can also find me. Facebook is a personal page, so just type me in. Look for the handsome guy in a cowboy hat.
Okay, well that'd be you, because I don't wear a cowboy hat. So.
I'm not. It's sadly with Facebook, I laugh about it sometimes. Some people have to get booted off because they can only get about 5,000 people on there.
Yeah,
I also
crazy.
have a music page that's attached with my personal page, and a lot of people are on that too. And so you can find me just Jason Breedlove there on Facebook. The website is www.jasonbreedlovemusic.com. You can get the album Flipside from there, or you can download it from Spotify, iTunes, or Google Play, and also YouTube too. So
sounds
albums
good.
On YouTube.
Jason Breedlove all over the place. We're on Spotify too, and this radio show is going to be, it's recorded, and it'll be available. I may go till 2:00 Central today, but you can check out the podcast on Spotify. Hit those podcasts and then just punch in Indie Country Radio, and you'll see the Jason Breedlove interview on Spotify today as well, and all over the place today. So we appreciate your time. We know that is very valuable, but your next show, I'm telling you, you're going to be pumped up because you got a radio interview behind you, and you're going to be able to just rock the town.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm always pumped. My next show is actually here on Thursday here at the Katina here in Port O'Connor.
Okay.
I do an acoustic show every other Thursday there, and I'm actually going to be in Inez, Texas on Friday at the Bomb Diggity. So if anybody that's in the Victoria area that's listening to the show, that's where I'm going to be this Friday. And then I got Saturday and Sunday off, so I'm going to do a little fishing and hunting.
There you go.
And we're currently working on new music, and I'm working on production agreements for some new material to be recorded. So a lot's going on in our camp right now, and everybody's excited, and hopefully we can make it up to Missouri this spring or summer for our tour. So
that would be awesome, man. Like I was telling you, Southbound Bar and Grill is a place that I know you can get in there, because if you just throw the names around like Jason Cassidy, John Wolf, Jake Worthington that's played there, you fit right in there, man. It's a great place, and they got some good food in that little honky-tonk too. It's a good little bar, and that venue seats maybe 250 to 300, so good place to play.
Oh, sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
You betcha. Well, it's been fun talking to you today. Thanks again to Mr. Scott Ivy for turning us on to you and setting up this radio interview. And anytime you come out with something new you want to pitch and talk about, man, I'd do it again. It's a lot of fun.
Sounds good, Bubba.
You betcha. Mr. Jason Breedlove. This song is called Bad Bye. Right
But
here
she
on
looks like a $1 million diamond strutting through
It's
the door.
Tuesday.
Got a sassy little walk to make you want more. Got a body that'll give you a heart attack. She's looking for a sucker, give him all he has.
misery. Hang around long enough to milk you trying. Let me tell you, boys, that girl is a real bad bite. Crazy for letting her go. If you see my bank account, then you know Mrs. Jones ain't keeping nothing with her. Yeah, busting my back to give her what she don't deserve. That girl's got a big black hole where her heart should be. Holding on the misery. Hang long enough to milk you try. Boys, I gotta tell you, that girl is a real bad bite. Boys, I gotta tell you, that girl is a real bad bite.
Here's what happens when you buy a cheap jingle. Indie Country Radio. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I'm in a
featured song of the week is next on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Guess you didn't see me in those low dim lights. I knew who she was by the ring still on her hand. Sure looked like you still wanted to be her man. So I guess that means that things are better. Must not be so bad at home. I thought it looked like you were leaving, but it don't. And I heard you tell her you still love her, so it doesn't matter what you say. I saw it all from a table away. I thought she was pretty, she's nothing like the things you said. The woman you described couldn't even turn your head. Two of you look lost inside a world all your own, like you couldn't wait to get her alone. So I guess that means that things are better. Must not be so bad at home. I thought it looked like you were leaving, but it don't. And I heard you tell her you still love her, so it doesn't matter what you say. I saw it all from a table away. And I heard you tell her you still love her, so it doesn't matter what you say. I saw it all from a table away. Yes, you're gonna stay. A table away.
That is our featured song of the week. You can hear it every song or every live show that we do. You can hear the featured song of the week from Sunny Sweeney. Her Twitter account, if you want to follow her, is @GettingSweenered. That's how she rolls. From a Table Away, the title of that one, and before that, Bad Girl Phase, and I think she's already went through that. She's a good girl. She's going to be performing live this Saturday night at the Southbound Bar and Grill in Springfield, Missouri, not too far from where I'm broadcasting live from. I might go see Miss Sunny Sweeney, but if you want to find out what time she hits the stage, like Southbound Bar and Grill on Facebook. They got a great Facebook page, and they will keep you updated on all their concerts that are coming up. They are playing some good ones, artists that we play right here on Indie Country Radio. I love when that happens. Well, I want to thank Mr. Jason Breedlove from the state of Texas for a great radio interview today as well. If you're just getting tuned in, I think I'm going to give you the bonus hour, so we'll be going till 2 o'clock Central Time today with the best in new country. And if you missed the interview, you can hear that as a recorded podcast everywhere, on Spotify, on Spreaker, on Stitcher, on TuneIn. We got it covered. And you can also listen live on our website, IndieCountryRadio.net. Well, let's take a trip to Canada, then back down to Nashville. That's where he's from right now. He moved from Canada to Nashville. He is a two-time Canadian country music male vocalist of the year, Mr. Gord Bamford. When Your Lips Are So Close, on today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a 2 for Tuesday.
Girl, I knew it must be you, 'cause it got hotter in this room. You walked in, made head spin. You look so good in the neon light. I drink you in with thirsty eyes. Long sip of your cool smile. Girl, I wanna reach right out, wrap you in my arms right now. Never let go, never let go. 'Cause I just gotta taste you, baby. You know it drives me crazy to be so far away when your lips are so close. When your lips are so close. You might be right next to me, but girl, it feels like miles between my hands and your skin. If you know what I'm thinking of, small talk just won't be enough. Can't wait for your touch. Girl, I wanna reach right out, wrap you in my arms right now. Never let go, never let go. 'Cause I just gotta taste you, baby. You know it drives me crazy to be so far away when your lips are so close. When your lips are so close. Right now, never let go, never let go. 'Cause I just gotta taste you, baby. You know it drives me crazy to be so far away when your lips are so close. 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 Lips are so close. Lips are so close.
Introducing the music of Billy James Brady. He performs fun songs like Beer Don't Float.
The only thing we gotta worry about today is the beer don't float.
And Talking Trash with Johnny Cash.
I wish I could sit and talk some trash with Johnny Cash. They wear their
And he makes serious songs like American Heroes, a great tribute to our active military and veterans.
serve their country, still wear their uniform proud. It wasn't for them.
Billy James Brady's music can be purchased on CD Baby or on his website, BillyJamesBrady.com.
They're American heroes. True American heroes.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
She's like a drop of rain from a clear blue sky when my throat is dry. She's like a tall glass full of love, or a palomino flying through the clouds with both her arms around my heart. She can turn a bad day into dust. She's unreal, so out of this world. Unreal, so down to earth. So good for me, so wide, so honeysuckle blooming in the snow, a warm kiss in the cold, in the shade of a purple moon. When I trip and fall, she always has my hand, right there when I land. When I'm down, she's a run to my rescue. She's unreal, so out of this world. Unreal, so down to earth. So good for me, so wide, so deep. Her love and the way it makes me feel. She's unreal. She's like waking up in a dream, walking round in my sleep. A touch of heaven, totally serene. She's unreal. She's so good for me, so wide, so deep. Her love, the way it makes me feel. She's unreal.
Again, that gentleman is a two-time Canadian Country Music Association Male Vocalist of the Year, Mr. Gord Bamford from Canada, now living in Nashville, Tennessee, and a great ballad called Unreal. Absolutely love that one. And who doesn't love a great ballad in the world of country music? Boy, I sure do. Here's another one. This next artist, 13 years in a row, hosted the Country Music Association Awards. He is from the state of Oklahoma, Mr. Vince Gill, and I Still Believe in You. On today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a 2 for Tuesday.
Everybody wants a little piece of my time. Still I put you at the end of the line. How it breaks my heart to cause you this pain, to see the tears you cry falling like rain. Give me the chance to prove, and I'll make it up to you. I still believe in you, with a love that will always be standing so strong and true. Baby, I still believe in you and me. Somewhere along the way, I guess I just lost track, only thinking of myself, never looking back. For all the times I've hurt you, I apologize. I'm sorry it took so long to finally realize. Give me the chance to prove that nothing's worth losing you.
If you friend us on Facebook, a kitten is born. So do it now. You don't want to be responsible for fewer fluffy, cute animals now, do you? We won't post drama about our exes. We promise. We love to throw in musical speed bumps to see if you're actually paying attention. Train wreck? Maybe. We call it variety.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
In the basement! In the basement! In the basement! In the basement! Up to the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
She was standing at the front door when I came home last night. A good book in her left hand and a rolling pin in her right. She said you come home for the last time with a whiskey on your breath. If you don't listen to my preaching bar, I'm gonna have to beat you half to death. Give me just one more last chance before you say we're through. I know I drive you crazy, baby, it's the best that I can do. We're just good old boys and making noise, I ain't running around on you. Give me just one more last chance before you say we're through. First she hit my glasses because she knows that I can't see. She said you ain't going nowhere, boy, till you spend a little time with me. Then the boys called from the honky-tonk, said there's a party going on down here. Well, she might have took my car keys, but she forgot about my old John Deere. So give me just one more last chance before you say we're through. I know I drive you crazy, baby, it's the best that I can do. We're just some good old boys and making noise, I ain't running around on you. Give me just one more last chance before you say we're through. Give me just one more last chance before you say we're through. I know I drive you crazy, baby, it's the best that I can do. We're just some good old boys and making noise, I ain't running around on you. Give me just one more last chance before you say we're through. Give me just one more last chance before you say we're through.
There he is, Mr. Vince Gill for you, ladies and gentlemen. One more last chance. How about the lyrics in that song? A Bible in the left hand, a rolling pin in the right. Nobody bakes anymore. That's the problem. I'll tell you what. No, he's making some great country music is what he's doing. He's still at it after all these years. Love Mr. Vince Gill, and 13 years hosting the CMA Awards. Brad and Carrie's taking over and doing quite well with that as well. Well, I'm hosting Indie Country Radio right now. Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly. We are getting ready to kick off the second half of the show. We got another 90 minutes of the best in new country mixed with some of the classics like Vince Gill and others. I'll have some of that for you in my playlist as well. The reason you're hearing two from every artist today is because it's Two for Tuesday. That's better than Taco Tuesday, and I got a whole lot more meat in my playlist than Taco Bell has in their tacos. But we're just past lunchtime in Branson, Missouri, so if you want to go get yourself something to eat, you can take us with you. Download the Spreaker application free from the Google Play Store or the App Store for your iPhone. Search Indie Country Radio. you'll see Today's Country with Tim Kelly live on the air right now, and we can be heard anywhere, and I absolutely love that. Can't drive away from the signal. Let's go clear to Canada again. How about Miss Alessia Cole and A Little Love Gone Right on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I wanna say goodbye to goodbye and love gone wrong. I want someone to steal my heart just like my favorite song. I've had enough of not enough and close but not quite. I think I'm finally ready for some love gone right. I don't want the top down, messing my hair on the back of a bike, just praying I'll get there. Got a closet full of clothes that I'll never wear. A 2-day love affair. I want a soul-to-soul connection, a genuine affection, a perfect imperfection. I want to say goodbye to goodbye and love gone wrong. I want someone to steal my heart just like my favorite song. I've had enough of not enough and close but not quite. I think I'm finally ready for some love gone right. Give me some text, mix, and a wish on a star. A slow dance in a corner bar. Then take me for a ride in your beat-up car and kiss me sweet in the dark. I want a soul-to-soul connection, a genuine affection, a perfect imperfection. I want to say goodbye to goodbye and love gone wrong. I want to say goodbye to goodbye and love gone wrong. I want someone to steal my heart just like my favorite song. I've had enough of not enough and close but not quite. I think I'm finally ready for some love gone right. Say goodbye to goodbye and love gone wrong. I want someone to steal my heart just like my favorite song. I've had enough of not enough and close but not quite. I think I'm finally ready for some love gone right. I think I'm finally ready for some love gone right.
This is Today's Country.
All the best country.
We're serving up more country with volume.
We love our country and we like it loud.
Life is full of dark and stormy skies. Life is full of dark and stormy skies. Gotta bring your own sunshine.
Your station for Today's Country. Today's Country.
The songs that I liked from today.
Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. Yeah!
Today's Country.
I love it.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Lately, I've been stuck on repeat. It's like I'm going crazy, and all I see is gray. Baby, maybe you could just pinch me, wake me out of this daydream, so I can escape this black and white. I want red on the last stop sign, yellow on those highway lines. Leave the city lights behind as you pull me close to you. I wanna burn like the setting sun, kiss your lips and taste freedom. Drive all night singing our song until the sky turns blue.
Get Gone and Love Gone Right. Two great songs, one great artist. Her name is Alessia Cole, and you can find her at Alessia, that is L-A, or A-L rather, E-S-S-I-A, L-A-L-E-S-S-I-A, Alessia Cole Music on that big Twitter machine. And tell her you heard her twice today on Indie Country Radio. It is 2 for Tuesday. Well, I'll tell you what, I love when the artists collaborate and make great duets as well. And I love this next ballad. Mr. Ronnie Dunn from Brooks & Dunn had a great career with Brooks & Dunn. Then he went solo. Reba McEntire has had a great career in country music, and she's done some duets with some great artists. Ronnie and Reba right here, If You See Him, If You See Her, on today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a 2 for Tuesday.
If you see him, tell him I wish him well. How am I doing? Well, sometimes it's hard to tell. I still miss him more than ever, but please don't say a word. If you see him, oh, if you see him,
If you see her, tell her I'm doing fine. And if you want to, say that I think of her from time to time. Ask her if she ever wonders where we both went wrong. If you see her, if you see her, oh, I still want her,
and I still need him so.
oh, I don't know why we let each other go. If you see her, tell her the light's still on for her.
Nothing's changed. Deep down the fire still burns for him.
And even if it takes forever, say I'll still be here.
If you see him,
If you see her,
if you see him,
if you see her.
If he don't play that song, I'm gonna spit some chaw in his eye.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
She's dressed to kill in the dress he bought her. She wouldn't care if he walked in and called her. She's come to dance, a dance or two, and do no telling what by the time the night is through. She found out the hard way about him. She's out to find out how she'll do without him. Her hands are shaking, her heart's pounding by the way she's drinking. His memory's drowning. She's not the cheating kind. She's been cheated one too many times. Oh, she's never fooled around. He's still lying, she's through crying. She's not fooling now. She walks by and every head turns. You can see how hot her fire burns. He didn't know what a good thing he had. Well, it's too late, and that's too bad, 'cause she's not the cheating kind. She's been cheated one too many times. Oh, she's never fooled around. He's still lying, she's through crying. She's not fooling now. Oh, she's not the cheating kind. She's been cheated one too many times. Oh, she's never fooled around. He's still lying, she's through crying. She's not fooling now. Oh, she's not the cheating kind.
His name is Ronnie Dunn, lead singer of Brooks and Dunn. What a great career they had, and she's not the cheating kind. Oh, I beg to differ. I saw Jenny Craig at a McDonald's the other day. She cheats on her own food. That's right. Well, the girl's name was Jenny Craig. I don't know if it was the Jenny Craig, but I absolutely love Brooks and Dunn. We want to say hello to Jennifer Malott live in our chat room. Mr. Ron Campbell, your 2018 Nashville Universal Awards Promoter of the Year, also live in the chat room as well. On this 2 for Tuesday, we are giving you back-to-back plays of your favorite new country music artist, and we're mixing in some of the classics as well. Good stuff on the radio. That's what we're all about here at Indie Country Radio. We love the great country music. Mr. Terry Douglas is up next. You can follow him on Twitter at Terry Douglas Music. How about a little Hot Mess Express for you on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Early in the morning, sun shining down, rushing around, gotta let them old dogs out. Putting on your makeup, laying out your clothes. I don't want you to leave this bedroom, but I know you have to go. As I watch you leaving, there's something I must confess. I love you, my little Hot Mess Express. Hot Mess Express. Dancing around the kitchen, Hot Mess Express. Hurry up for being late, Hot Mess Express. Running out the front door, Hot Mess Express. Gas gauge on E again. As I watch you leaving, there's something I must confess. I love you, my little hot mess express. Later in the evening, meet me for a bed. The place is loud and rowdy, gotta get you right out of here. To a place less crowded, where the lights are way down low. Looking into those big green eyes, I gotta let you know. As I watch you leaving, there's something I must confess. I love you, my little hot mess express. Early in the morning, late in the evening, I hate to see you go. Just know that I'll be waiting, arms wide open to hold. Hot Mess Express, dancing around the kitchen. Hot Mess Express, burn up for being late. Hot Mess Express, running out the front door. Hot Mess Express, gas gauges on E again. As I watch you leaving, there's something I must confess. I love you, my little hot mess express. As I watch you leaving, there's something I must confess. I love you, my little hot mess express.
Singer-songwriters for 25 years. Discover St. Cyr White. Dave St. Cyr and Dolan White make up the songwriting duo St. Cyr White. You'll find songs that lament over lost love,
Take my heart in your hands, give love a chance.
their contemporary songs tell the listener stories about people's lives.
This is the life I've been by when the rooster crows. This is what country life's all about.
Their goal is to provide today's artists with songs they can be proud to interpret and perform or record as their own. Check them out on their website, stcyrwhite.com.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
Life's tough, tough enough to be a man. Make her understand. Life throws curves, twists and turns, going round and round, up and down. The changes that I've made are making me a better man. You're pulling me right through it with the touch of your hand. Have a little patience, and then I hope you'll see I'm trying to be a better man. man. My mind is wrong most of the time, and you just know how to set it right. I'm stubborn most all the time, and so are you. It makes us right. The changes that I've made are making me a better man. You're pulling me right through it with the touch of your hand. Have a little patience, and then I hope you'll see. Just trying to be a better man. Every night I say a prayer to the Lord above. I thank Him that you're still here, still here. The changes that I made are making me a better man. You're pulling me right through it with the touch of your hand. Have a little patience, and then I hope you'll see. Just trying to be a better man.
Another great country music ballad wrapping up a great double play on a 2 for Tuesday. Mr. Terry Douglas with the Terry Douglas Band, Terry Douglas Music on Facebook and Twitter. That one called Better Man. Before that, a great tune called Hot Mess Express. Well, I tell you what, we got a hot mess going on live in our chat room right now. We got a party happening on this 2 for Tuesday. You can be part of it. Go to Spreaker.com, search Indie Country Radio, make yourself a free Spreaker account, and come in and say hello to yours truly and meet some of the artists that we play here on Indie Country Radio. We're hanging out with Ron Campbell, Jennifer Malott, we got Eric in here, we got Susan in here, lots of great folks, room for plenty more, and you're listening to the best in new country along with some of the classics today as well. So good stuff on the radio. We're getting ready to kick off the final hour of the show, but I tell you what, I'm already there. Speaking of I'm already there, how about this great classic from Lone Star? You can follow them on Twitter at Lone Star Band, right here now live on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
He called her on the road from a lonely cold hotel room just to hear her say I love you one more time. And when he heard the sound of the kids laughing in the background, he had to wipe away a tear from his eye. A little voice came on the phone. He said, Daddy, when you come home. He said the first thing that came to his mind, I'm already there. Take a look around. I'm the sunshine in your hair. I'm the shadow on the ground. I'm the whisper in the wind. I'm your imaginary friend. And I know I'm in your prayers. Oh, I'm already there. She got back on the phone, said I really miss you, darling. Don't worry about the kids, they'll be alright. Wish I was in your arms, lying right there beside you. But I know that I'll be in your dreams tonight. And I'll gently kiss your lips, touch you with my fingertips. So turn out the light and close your eyes. I'm already there. Don't make a sound. I'm the beat in your heart. I'm the moonlight shining down. I'm the whisper in the wind. And I'll be there till the end. Can you feel the love that we share? Oh, I'm already there. We may be 1,000 miles apart, but I'll be with you wherever you are. I'm already there. Take a look around. I'm the sunshine in your hair. I'm the shadow on the ground. I'm the whisper in the wind. And I'll be there till the end. Can you feel the love that we share? Oh, I'm already there. Oh, I'm already there.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. Now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I can see it in your eyes. You're living a troubled life, and you've been hurting more and more these days. You don't have to hide it, don't even have to fight it. Baby, all you have to do is just turn and walk away. When you're tired of it all and tears need to fall, your back's to the wall, come crying to me. You don't have to be strong, you don't have to hold on when you've been there too long. Come crying to me. I'll leave the living room light burning all night. No, don't even pack, don't even look back. Baby, come crying to me. You can get beyond this, all those empty promises. They don't have to hold you down no more. Nothing to explain to me. You don't even need a key. All you gotta do is knock, and now unlock the door. When you're tired of it all and tears need to fall, your back's to the wall, come crying to me. You don't have to be strong, you don't have to hold on when you've been there too long. Come crying to me. I'll leave the living room light burning all night. No, don't even pack, don't even look back.
I'm Already There and Come Crying to Me. Two great songs by the band Lone Star. Lone Star Band is where you can find them on Twitter. And I'll tell you what, if you want to get on the radio and you make good country music like that, you don't have to come crying to me. Just send it to me, indiecountryradio@yahoo.com. We'll take a listen to it, and if we like what we hear, you'll be on the radio real soon, maybe as soon as tomorrow. But please send us too so we can get you on this show. 2 for Tuesdays, what we got going on right now. How about some Jennifer Malott right now by request? She is live in our chat room. One of her latest singles is called Different Drummer on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
When I was a little girl, my mother, she said to me, there's all kinds of people in this world. Everybody walks to a different beat. Some glide with style and grace. Some stroll at a slower pace. Little girl, it's not how you move, as long as you feel the groove. 'Cause everybody walks to the beat of a different drummer. Yeah, everybody walks to the beat of a different drummer. Nobody like you in the whole wide world, and there'll never be another. No other, no other. Boy I knew, everybody made fun of him. He said he was a little too feminine, 'cause he danced to a different beat, like a bird in a cage set free. Hey, everybody is beautiful, but thank God for the people who are colorful, 'cause everybody walks to the beat of a different drummer. Yeah, everybody walks to the beat of a different drummer. Nobody like you in the whole wide world, and there'll never be another. No other, no other. Reverence beat and inviting me to dance in time. 'Cause you really gotta be who you are, or you're really just wasting your life. One God made a million hearts, and every one of them beats just right. 'Cause everybody walks to the beat of a different drummer. Yeah, everybody walks to the beat of a different drummer. Nobody like you in the whole wide world, and there'll never be another. No other, no other. 'Cause everybody walks to the beat of a different drummer. Yeah, everybody walks to the beat of a different drummer. Nobody like you in the whole wide world, and there'll never be another. No other, no, no. Nobody, nobody, nobody like you. 'Cause everybody walks to the beat of a different drummer. Different drummer, oh yeah.
This is where country music lives.
Let's start the music.
We're the people's favorite. Show the world you love your country. Delivering a much-needed neck punch to the status quo.
What does that even mean?
That means, in addition to the variety you've come to expect, you'll also hear songs like this.
Under a blanket of stars where she first held my hand, I grew from a boy to a man in the country.
And this.
A bottle of wine on a riverbank, sitting on a blanket, staring up at the stars, and daring each other to drink.
And this.
Gonna need another night like this. You got something that I can't resist. One kiss and I never wanna let you go. Oh, oh.
Thank you Radio, New Country's best.
I told you on the day we wed I was gonna love you till I was dead. Made you wait till our wedding night. That's the first and the last time I wear white. So if the ties that bind ever do come loose, tie 'em in a knot like a hangman's noose. 'Cause I'll go to heaven or I'll go to hell before I'll see you with someone else. Put me in the ground, put me 6 foot down, and let the stone say, here lies the girl whose only crutch was loving one man just a little too much. If you go before I do, I'm gonna tell a grave digger that he better dig too. Well, it won't be whiskey, it won't be meth, it'll be your name on my last breath. If divorce or death ever do us part, the coroner will call it a broken heart. So put me in the ground, put me 6 foot down, and let the stone say, here lies the girl whose only crutch was loving one man just a little too much. If you go before I do, I'm gonna tell a grave digger that he better dig too. A dig too. I took your name when I took those vows. I meant 'em back then and I mean 'em right now. Oh, right now. If the ties that bind ever do come loose, if forever ever ends for you, if that ring gets a little too tight, you might as well read me my last rites. And let the stone say, here lies the girl whose only crush was loving one man just a little too much. If you go before I do, I'm gonna tell the grave digger that he better dig. Heavy stone right next to mine, we'll be together till the end of time. Don't you go before I do, I'm gonna tell a grave digger that he better dig too. I told you on the day we wed I was gonna love you till last day.
There you go. She wasn't through singing yet. Well, I'll tell you what, we're digging to right now on this 2 for Tuesday. That is Jennifer Malott. Her latest single right there called Better Dig 2. And before that, brand new song as well called Different Drummer. You can check out the video to Different Drummer on our TV channels, Indie Country Television. Head over to our website, indiecountryradio.net. You'll also get to see her perform live next Monday night, October the 15th at the first annual KITMA Awards in Nashville, Tennessee at the Luxury Palace Ballroom. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it. Yeah, even to an award show that I've been putting together and working hard at. So has Mr. Kevin Williams. But I started a new job here in Branson, Missouri, and it's just not in the cards, ladies and gentlemen. But we want all the artists that were scheduled to perform to go ahead and be there. The show is still on. We're going to have a good time, and the doors are going to open at 4 o'clock. There's going to be sound checks, so get there early. Everybody's going to get to walk the red carpet. It's going to be a fun time, and I'll be doing a live broadcast with Kevin on the show, so it's going to be a great time. Monday night, October the 15th, the KITMA Awards, going to happen in Nashville, Tennessee. We met this next young artist last May the 8th at the Nashville Universe Awards in Nashville, Tennessee at the world-famous Wild Horse Saloon. She is from McRae, Georgia. She is Corey Spires. This is called Ease My Mind on You. On today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
When life's little troubles began to get me down, I won't let it this special feeling that God made just for two. Yes, I lay back and think of love and ease my mind on you. Ease my mind. Know that's what you do. Let me see a troubled world from a lover's point of view. And even though I sense life's pain, shield me from its blues. As I lay back and think of love and ease my mind on you. When each day is over and you are by my side, I think of how your tender love keeps me so satisfied. And so I say a little prayer each night and thank God for all you do. Then I lay back and think of love and ease my mind on you. Ease my mind. Know that's what you do. Let me see a troubled world from a lover's point of view. And even though I sense life's pain, shield me from its blues. As I lay back and think of love and ease my mind on you.
Coming up, more new country music than you can shake a mouse at. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
When the wind blows through my head, I still wish you were there. Hold my hand by my side, and tonight won't be a fight. But you always got to be right.
Her name is Corey Spires from a small town in Georgia called McRae, Georgia, but she has a huge sound, ladies and gentlemen, and that young lady is going to make it in the world of country music should she decide to do it full time, but she's still young, 17 years old, I believe. Miss Corey Spires, Gypsy Like Me, a former song of the week, and before that, Ease My Mind on You. We are loving the 2 for Tuesday thing, aren't we? Back-to-back plays of your favorite new country music artists, and today I mixed in some of the all-time favorites that you love as well. We love this next artist, don't we, Mr. Ron Campbell? He promotes her heavily, Miss Jessica Rose. You can find her at Jessica Rose Live on Twitter. This is called Listening to You Leaving. Nah, you're just getting here, aren't you? On today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I'm so sick of this alarm clock playing out the same song over and over again. I keep on listening to the same old heartbreak. The sound you leaving made running round through my head from the beginning. It don't matter if I turn that dial, every station's got it playing time after time. I could turn off the radio or put on something really slow, but nothing playing ever changes. It's just the same damn rhythm blasting through my system. I can't get it out of my head. I keep on listening till you leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you leaving. The barista at the coffee shop is humming to it non-stop. The man behind me's tapping his feet, and all I hear is your footsteps to the drum beat. Me crying as the lyrics sing, hearing your car shift gears out of our drive. I can try, but I can't get away. Can someone take this song off replay? I could turn off the radio or put on something really slow, but nothing playing ever changes. It's just the same damn rhythm blasting through my system. I can't get it out of my head. I keep on listening till you leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you leaving. I can hear it when I lay down at night. Let me tell you, it's the worst lullaby. I could turn off the radio or put on something really slow, but nothing playing ever changes. It's just the same damn rhythm blasting through my system. I can't get it out of my head. I keep on listening till you leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you leaving. It's just the same damn rhythm blasting through my system. I can't get it out of my head. I keep on listening till you leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you leaving. I keep on listening till you leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you leaving.
'Cause there's no such thing as enough country. You know that great song that you just can't get out of your head? We're playing it right now. Wow, it's like we're right there inside your head. Okay, well, maybe not literally.
Don't touch that dial!
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
In the basement! 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 Up to the basement! In the basement! In the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
She said she'd never let a guy run away with her heart. She said she'd never settle down, 'cause she's way too smart to give up her world to someone who don't care and might tear it apart. She said she'd never let her guard down. Yeah, her wild heart and her rebel soul won't ever break. She's got a way They say she's one of a kind. Yeah, her wild heart and her rebel soul won't ever break. She's got a way with speaking her mind. She'll never change. She knows what she wants and won't hesitate to find a great escape. Wild hearts don't break. Wild hearts don't break. She knows what she wants and won't hesitate to find a great escape. Yeah, her wild heart and her rebel soul won't ever break. She's got a way with speaking her mind. She'll never change. She knows what she wants and won't hesitate to find a great escape. Wild hearts don't break. Wild hearts don't break. Wild hearts don't break.
Mr. Ron Campbell loves him some Jessica Rose, and so do the Penguins. Next to anchovies, she's their favorite. Jessica Rose live on the big Twitter machine. That's a great tune called Wild Hearts. And before that, listening to You Leaving. And we see lots of folks just getting in here. We want to welcome Ash to the chat room right now as well. Well, this next artist we've been playing for some time. About 3 years ago, we found Miss Madonna Nash. She's a good Facebook friend of mine as well, and she's having a birthday today. So we would like to wish her a very happy birthday, and you'll get to hear some of her music right now. You can follow her on Twitter at Madonna Nash. This is called Firefly on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on a 2 for Tuesday.
Sweet as the tea my grandma used to make. Fresh as the honeysuckle vines out by old Tucker Lane. Cool as the shade from the trees down the river where we'd walk. The more I get from you, the more I want. And you light me up like a firefly. When the night wind blows, you get me high. One sip of your love, and I'm soaring through the stars. Yeah, yeah. You light me up. You're my firefly in a mason jar. Pure as a lemonade stand from the kids down the street. Your kiss is juicy as a bite from a Georgia peach. Your lips are red as the raspberries hanging on the vine. Yeah. And I get crazy off your love all the time. And you light me up like a firefly. When the night wind blows, you get me high. One sip of your love, and I'm soaring through the stars. Yeah, yeah. You light me up. You're my firefly in a mason jar. Your sweet, 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 sweet love. It's like velvet when we touch.
Nobody knows new country
like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
I always say I love you. You always say it back. I don't want to show you what to do or tell you how to act. I'm telling you the truth now, and you can take it for what it's worth. You always say I love you, but you never say it first. You never say it first, babe, and I'm wondering why. Sure, you say I love you, but it's always a reply. You might think that is silly, but sometimes it kinda hurts. You always say I love you, but you never say it first. Are you scared?